just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Today, it's an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. In his spot on the visiting sideline, that's Lions head coach Dan Campbell. His guys almost halfway towards perfection. They're 8-0 entering this one. Glad to have you with us, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call. That is punter Jack Fox with the honors here. And here we go on EA Sports. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm, Brock. What a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jayden Daniels.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt in it for the first time. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down. Throw here, third down. Making the call himself. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. On 1st down, here's Daniels. This is McCaffrey, left side. And this one doesn't go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Krosky-Merritt gets it from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down. Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this 1st down. It's Krosky-Merritt on 3rd. And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
The legend of this guy just grows year by year in the Motor City. The best individual season of his career, leading these Lions to a franchise record 15 wins. Now they just got to get to the ultimate goal, the Super Bowl.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Goff off the play action. Big strike here to Williams. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down.
Go.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He's going deep this time. He will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Lions won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Fox now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Jukes away from one. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs.
Come on. Set. Panther 60.
Starting on the ground here, Kronsky Merritt. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll step up, and there he goes. And some excellent work to drive him all the way out past the 30-yard line. 1 quarter done, 3 to go in this battle of elite teams. 7-3 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this.
Let's get ready.
They go inside give to Kronsky Merritt. And he has him right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Jalen Lane, the one he was looking for. So it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Daniels. Screen pass here for Kronsky Merritt. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 33. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
Ready.
Kronsky Merritt straight ahead. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down. Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. The kick by Patterson is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And that passing touchdown he started this game off with just what we expected from somebody who you can see is among the NFL leaders in finding the end zone this year. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws this one deep down the right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Gibbs now from the gun. They'll cobble together a yard there. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Intended target there was Sam Laporta. So that brings up 4th and long. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. Dan Quinn sending his Commanders out for another drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Check.
Bosky Merritt on the zone read. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball
Ready.
and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
Daniels back to throw. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Ready up. Ready. Cougar knife.
3rd and long for him here. That's McNard on the quick slant. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Lions offense returning to the field. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They come in riding an 8-game winning streak, one of the longest in the league all season, partner. And they're in control of what could be win number 9. He was hoping to get it to Isaac Tesla there. So that brings up 2nd down.
2 for 60. Go to the line. Right play. What's that?
Shotgun snap here to Goff. He put some juice on it deep. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
18, go.
Play action now. Daniels. That's caught as McLaurin downfield. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. All set to go now from the 35.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. He's got Jalen Lane. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Here we go. Start.
From the gun, run for Koski Merritt. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Get it.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown. Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Commanders push their lead to 6. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Has it at the 11. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. This is thrown towards a defender instead. Man, he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26.
Cut.
Goff setting the throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Here we go. 120.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. The Lions readying for the punt. Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. He's got it at the 24. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Ready.
Incomplete pass on 1st down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Here's Daniels. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Daniels now on 1st down. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
60 Eagles. 6.
On 2nd and 10 now. Daniels. And he can't escape. He goes down. A flag, though, down with him. Let's see. Did somebody hold up front, or is this marker going to wipe away that great sack? A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Throw left side is caught by Sinnott. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. To throw, Daniels. One pass brought in. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, set! 70 tempo!
To throw again, it's Daniels. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Outright, McCaffrey makes the grab. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. The kick by Patterson is good. And that'll make it a 2-score game. So entering the locker room, gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly. We're skipping right through to the starts of the 3rd quarter. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Khalif Raymond to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Play action here with Goff. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Here we go. 1-8.
Goff. Screen here for Gibbs. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down. On now comes their punter. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. On 1st down, here's Daniels. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Stephanie! Cowboy, hit it! Ready?
2nd down give to Krosky Merritt. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Looking to return from the 29. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Dan Campbell getting his Lions offense ready to go for a new series. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Connects on the crosser. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Cut. What's that?
They go play action with Goff. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions shrinking the lead some in the third. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Dan Campbell gets the offense the call. They're making a bid for two. Goff's going to throw for it. And he makes the catch in the end zone. And that two-point try trims the deficit to 1. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
They'll give it to Kronsky Merritt. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Hot 70, hot 70.
Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion, man.
Throwing now, Daniels. Steps up, and he's running with it. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
On the jump.
First down from the 42.
Here we go. Shot.
Daniels now. Taking a chance to the end zone. And this is cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders grow the lead to 7. Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Commanders grow their lead to 8. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go. Done.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. He picks up 28 on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Finds Isaac Tisslaw, complete. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. They'll try for 2. Goff gets his Lions set.
Here we go. Tonight. 180. Turbo's up.
And he brings it in. They go for 2 and the tie, and it works out. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? You know who Steven is?
Good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
60 Eagles. 60.
Daniels on first down. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be second down. Giving this to Kronsky Merritt. And he's going to look ahead for a couple here. It's third down now.
Okay, break. Get it.
Third and long for him here. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. This game remains tied after 3, so we'll decide things right here in the 4th quarter. The Commanders ready for the punt. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. Fielded at the 11. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series.
Be ready! Be ready!
What's that?
Goff off the play action. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23.
Ric Flair.
Up the gut they go with Gibbs. And he used all the space he had. Got him around 8. That sets up third down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Here we go. Turbo.
Third down run by Gibbs. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
What's that?
Off play action. Goff. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Goff trying again on second and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Offense is set. First and 10.
We go to the set.
On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you can feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
All set now. First and 10.
Listen. We go tonight. 180. Turbo set.
From the red zone now. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10.
Hey, lift. 180.
Here's Goff. In the goal line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Cut. 180.
Trying to run with Gibbs. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call.
Put the body on the line for his team. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Lions take a fourth quarter lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Fox now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Things going well so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. At the same spot after the incompletion. It's second down.
Ready. Ready.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That's caught for the first. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Cougar 19.
Daniels now on first down. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down around the 34. Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is second and inches.
Get it. Bronco, ready.
They bring McLaurin in motion right.
Ready.
Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. And he's not going to get there. The defense attacked to deny the marker. And now a chance at a stand here with 3rd and 1.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Hits him on the out route. And they bring him down around the 34. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good for a Washington first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
A run now with Krosky Merritt. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up too. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Commanders losing by 7. Now nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Bronco
To throw, Daniels. Completed over the middle. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 Lions. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Setting up to pass. Throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Alert.
To throw.
Alert.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned to the...
And that's a live football. It is bouncing near the goal line. And there it is. He just kept choosing to go backward, partner. And now he's all the way in his own end zone for a safety. Cannot believe it. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. The Commanders, offense and receiver Jalen Lane, getting set for this next drive. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 8.
Here he is to throw. Screen pass here for Krosky Merritt. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. They'll look to throw it. And it's going to be dropped off for Krosky Merritt. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. So before 3rd down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now to throw. Taking the call himself. He'll have the first down and even more. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Washington calls it second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Drops this one off to Krosky-Merritt. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap. On first down, here's Daniels. This is for the ball game. And this will not be caught, so their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So the Lions get the win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish.